Today, I present my top 5 Mario cats. Number 5, Cat Goombas. Simple and hilarious. Number 4, Cat Peach. She's a double dose of adorable. Number 3, Cat Seagulls. It's just ridiculous, and I love it. Number 2, Cat Cheep Cheep. Same as the Seagulls, but even more brain-breaking. And number 1, Cat Bowser. By far the most ridiculous, but an awesome boss battle to boot. Thank you for your time. Like, comment, subscribe. Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Backlogged. So real quick, if you are liking what you see in these episodes, please do all of those nice YouTube things. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe. You know what to do there. Really means a lot. Appreciate the support. So the cool thing about my show, Backlogged, is that it gives me the opportunity to not only review a ton of old games that I have left over, but as anybody with a backlog would tell you, while that should be a deterrent from purchasing new games, it's really not. So there will be some new games on the show as well, and today is a new-ish game. It came out a few months ago now. It's Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Full disclosure, I have played 3D World on the Wii U, because I own it on the Wii U, and yes, I still have my Wii U, I love it. So I already know going in that this game's gonna be great. It was tons of fun already. With the Bowser's Fury content, I was certainly intrigued, but unsure, because I couldn't really tell what it was. But once I saw that it played a lot like Super Mario Odyssey, I was all in, and I'm still all in. So, yeah, stop talking. Let's jump right into Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. So right off the bat, I know this game will be fun. It's freaking Mario! Mario's never not fun. It's not always game-changing, but always a good time. When it comes to platformers, Mario is on top because the basic movement is precise enough to facilitate the gameplay, but it's just fun on its own. Running around and jumping as Mario is one of the greatest joys of gaming. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I had also played this game on the Wii U, as I said, and it was genuinely surprising to me. It was all concepts I'd seen before in Mario games, but it was like a remix. It had a couple new ideas, like the cat suit, and a ton of familiar ideas, but the way it used them was legit surprising and delightful. So Mario always has great presentation. It's always pretty and bright, and the music is always fun. However, this Mario game is above the rest, if only just. It might, I repeat, might, look and sound better than even Super Mario Odyssey, maybe. I can't really decide, honestly. 3D World has this jazzy feel, like a giant fairground with a swing dance tent, bright lights, various locales, and big band. It just screams fun in a way that even some other Mario games struggle to do. The big band style music in particular is fantastic, and now that I'm thinking about it, may have directly influenced Odyssey's musical identity with Jump Up Superstar, and I can't get enough of that. More big band, Nintendo, I need more! Please save me, Koji Kondo, I don't have enough jazz in my life. Bowser's Fury is the other half of this game though, and it's really more of the same in terms of presentation. It is more island-y than 3D World, Cat Isles, Lake Lapcat, and so on. I gotta say, they clearly went into this part thinking, you know what this game needs? More cats. Which I can hardly disagree with. Look at these adorable kittens! They are so unreasonably adorable, they could take over the world with no blood spilt. Everybody'd be like, oh, you want to run the world? Oh, okay then. Plus, cat puns. All of the cat puns. There are some creatures that just don't look right with cat ears and tails. I can't handle such things on a fish. It just looks wrong. As a polar opposite to the cats, Fury Bowser looks terrifyingly awesome. I haven't been so intimidated by Bowser since Giga Bowser in Super Smash Bros. Melee. He looks so dope, but I just want to make sure that he can't see me, because, you know, I like living. He makes this desire difficult to manage. Story-wise, both games are pretty simple. Bowser is up to his usual mischief in 3D world, but he's got his sights set on these fairy things called Sprixies from another world that can be reached through a new clear pipe, which he's trapping in bottles for Bowser reasons. It doesn't matter really, we just need to save them from Bowser's shenanigans. In Bowser's Fury, Bowser got himself covered in some evil goop that has him way more angry than usual, and made him colossal on top of it. It's a bit too scary for Bowser Jr. to handle, so, against his wishes, he finds himself requesting help from Mario to get his dad back. It's kinda sweet of him, actually, but yeah, he's still kind of a brat through the whole thing. Overall, nothing too crazy for the story, but a twist of being paired up with Bowser Jr., it's a nice new touch. Alright, now I'm ready for gameplay. It's Mario. Jump over stuff, jump on stuff, break blocks, power-ups, flagpole stars, it's all here. Next section... Okay, I guess I'll explain more. So, I wouldn't mind seeing Super Mario 3D become a new series alongside the 3D Collectathon Odysseys and such, and New Super Mario Bros. Mario Maker now, too. The 3D series really does feel like a melting pot of Mario design ideas, and it works really, really well. You have the overall level structure and pace of 2D Mario, get to the end, top of flagpole, timed, all that. You have the collectibles of 3D Mario, with, in this case, 3 stars and a stamp to find in every level. But it also moves and feels like 3D Mario, with the exception of the triple jump. Pour one out for that triple jump, I miss it so much. It seems like a lot going on, but since it's all contained in level chunks, it's actually very manageable. It taps right into completionist desires too, with tracking for the stars and stamps, secret levels at the end, top of flagpoles, and completing with every character. I may complete it 100% someday, but I do want to move on to the rest of my backlog, so for now I'm gunning for getting all the things and beating every level once, and that's it. One of the cool things about the 3D world side of this game is that it has 4-player simultaneous multiplayer. Oh, but Rob, didn't the new Super Mario Bros. Series start that? Yes, they did, my knowledgeable viewer, yes they did. But, you know what they did not do? 3D platforming. You know what else they didn't do? Change how the characters play. In New Super Mario Bros., Mario, Luigi, and the Toads all play exactly the same, so it doesn't matter all that much who you choose. Here, they made the characters play similarly to how they played in Super Mario Bros. 2. So you have Mario, the gold standard, Luigi, the floaty, slippery one, Toad, the one who can't jump to save his life, but runs very fast, like a certain other blue character. We'll save them for another day. And Peach, playable for the first time in a mainstream Mario title since Mario 2, with her trademark floating intact. There's also a not-too-secret-anymore unlockable character in Rosalina, who is the slowest, but always has an attack, even without any power-ups. Personally, whenever I have multiple character options, I like to randomize because learning different styles of play helps mix things up and keep them just a bit more interesting for me. The difference between characters here is very cool, though the game clearly wants you to beat every level with every character, which is just a bit too much commitment if you're anything like me. Someday. Bowser's Fury's gameplay feels like 2 Odyssey levels mashed together into one, but with controls and mechanics from 3D World. So essentially it's one giant collectathon level across a bunch of little islands. So the foundation is already very strong, but the new ideas mix things up really nicely. First of all, you're partnered up with Bowser Jr. for the whole thing, a really nice surprise. He can take out enemies, help you find more power-ups and secrets and such. A nice enough twist to be sure, but the other two new ideas are what really make this side game special. First of all, Bowser Jr.'s most useful ability is a stockpile of power-ups he keeps on hand for you. You can hold on to up to 5 of each power-up at all times, so as long as you're being careful, you have every power-up available at the touch of a button. This goes a long way to keeping you focused on getting the cat shines without having to hunt down the necessary power-up. It can also be a huge lifesaver during the other new twist, when Fury Bowser attacks. See, every now and then, Fury Bowser will show up. He's big, he's scary, and he is super mad. He's literally a kaiju Godzilla monster, and when he shows up, you will find yourself wanting to just hide until he's gone. He drops fireballs everywhere, new stone platforms land all around you, and he consistently uses a Kamehameha fire blast that can be very hard to avoid. It feels very stressful when he's around, but you also have to guide his fire blasts to break specific blocks that can't be destroyed any other way. Even Fury Bowser is helping you find those shines. As stressful as it can be, I found it to be a nice push to keep going, even as I tried to decide whether to guide him to those Fury blocks or just find a nice hole to hide in until he left. Oh, this game is so cool! So, this time around, I was racing somebody to the end of this game when it came out. I did not win the race. Maybe if I wanted it more, I could have come out on top, but really, I still won because this game is super dope. Even the last few levels were loads of fun to push through, crazy hard as they were. See, Mario games have recently been exceptionally easy and appropriately slow. They don't feel insulting with their accessibility, but yeah, not hard. That is, except for 1 or 2 stages at the end. This game has 2. So after you beat the game, you'll unlock 3 new worlds of similar levels from the game with a slightly harder difficulty, still nothing too stressful. In the last world, you'll see a giant rock with a star, stamp, and flag on it. You'll quickly figure out that if you want to discover this rock's secret, you have to hit the top of every flagpole and collect every last stamp and star up to this point. No small feat, but also pretty easy. This unlocks one final world. And what a world it is. There are only 3 levels here, a Captain Toad level, a Mystery House Gauntlet, and Champion's Road. So Captain Toad's level is just as easy as the rest, but the other 2 took some work. The Mystery House actually isn't terrible either, as you don't really lose lives, but it's fairly long and can be a pain to have to restart from the beginning. That leaves Champion's Road. This level stands out to me as one of the single hardest things I've ever done in a video game, ever. When I first did this on the Wii U, I practiced this insane level for 2 days straight. I played this level over and over and over and over for hours until my hands were so sweaty my thumbs slipped right off the analog sticks. I died so many times on this level. This time around, I was hoping muscle memory would kick in. Alright. It did. But it did take me far less practice to get through it this time. I remember well over 100 attempts to beat this on the Wii U. This time, I started with 159 lives. Once I beat it, I had 129. This feels amazing. It genuinely feels like I'm becoming a better gamer because of this level. In all honesty, you really should struggle through this level to get that flagpole just one time. If you never touch it again, I understand completely, but you really should do it once. This is what helped me understand the adoration players have for games like the Dark Souls trilogy. Victory over easy things feels good, victory over hard things feels ecstatic. That leaves only the new Bowser's Fury game. There are 100 cat shines scattered around the islands here, and I'm happy to have found them all. It's still pretty easy, but Fury Bowser adds just enough stress to keep it exciting. It hit all the same beats for me as Super Mario Odyssey, just with the power-ups and design ideas from 3D World, which is very cool. Bowser Jr.'s assistance does trivialize things a bit as he takes out enemies and grabs stuff for you, but it's a nice touch. No spoilers, but the story, particularly the ending, is bonkers in a way that still feels very Mario-like and is 100% delightful. As easy as it is, it's an absolute blast that had me smiling all the way through. So even though Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury may not be Mario Odyssey 2 or Super Mario Maker 3, all Mario games on the Switch are fantastic. Like I said, all Mario games on the Switch are fantastic. We'll get to that one. That said, Super Mario 3D World got missed by so many people while it was on the Wii U, because a lot of folks didn't pick up the Wii U. And it's a shame, because while this game may not be revolutionary, it is evolutionary, in that it shows that Mario can still surprise us with a grand old time, just showing that big bad Bowser what's up. Now that it's on the Switch, you really ought to pick it up and play it. It's fantastic. I will say most of my reviews in this show will be centered on a single player experience overall, but I did finally get a chance to try both local and online multiplayer on this game, and it was seriously some of the most fun I've ever had. It's very chaotic and not very productive, but really, when you're laughing to the point of suffocation, does it matter? I really don't think so. All the way around, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury is absolutely wonderful, and if it's still in your backlog, you should really hold on to that thing, finish it, and just keep playing it from time to time, because it's so good.